Nemo, mama. Afomulumo achalugo, mama. Nemo, mama. Precious gift, I love you, mama. Chukwu gozielu nemo, Holy Sabiko gozielu mama. If I dey worry, she no dey sleep. Every day, mama pray for me. Iye de makanga mereki, mama anything for you, yeah. Iye de makanga mereki, mama you too much, yeah. Iye de makanga mereki, mama anything for you, yeah. Iye de makanga mereki, mama you too much, yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bunga Ozoibo. So today we are going to be having a special guest in the person of come now. Filming with this boy is just hard. See him here. His name is Chimdike Zain Ezayira. He's my son. But say hi. Say hi. Good boy. Say hi. Look here, boy. Look here and say hi. He tried. So he's my first child. He's my son. He was born. When were you born? October 25th, 2009. He was born October 25th, 2019. Right now he's like a year and 5 months. If my calculations are correct. I think a year and 5 months. Yeah. Right now he's a year and 5 months. He's a very, very hyperactive kid. Like, okay, I think when he was born newly, he wasn't much of a problem. The only thing he did was he only cried when he was being baited. That was basically the only thing he did. And then he sweats a lot as a kid. We had to do a lot of on and off AC and all that. You want your own? Oh yeah, Bobo. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. Clap your hands. You still don't want to? Good boy! Good boy! He's a smart kid. He's very hyperactive. And he just has a mind of his own. He does his own thing. Whatever he feels like doing, he does it by himself. I don't really know what else to say. He eats almost everything. That's the part where I'm lucky. I don't think there is anything you give him that he wouldn't eat. And then I don't think there's anything you would give him that he wouldn't eat. After he was born, what even happened? We did exclusive breastfeeding. We did exclusive for like 6 months. After 6 months, I started by introducing milk, artificial milk. We tried after milk, he rejected it. We tried 9, he rejected it again because I tried 9 when he was newly born. We tried, but which other milk did you try giving you? You rejected almost everything. The only milk that he took was SMA Gold. So SMA Gold was what he accepted finally. And that's what he's still taking up till now. Well, what else is it about you? Well, I think that's basically it. He's just a hyperactive kid. He's hyperactive. And he's super smart. He doesn't really disturb. Aside him being hyperactive, when he was still growing up, we didn't have much of an issue with him. It was only him just always wanting to suck breast and sleeping. What has it been like being his mom? Being his mom has been challenging. It has its own challenges, you know. There are times that it gets so frustrating. The more he's growing, the more challenging it becomes. When he was newly born, the only thing we did then was basically just to breastfeed him, feed him. You feed him, he's very okay. That's just it. As he started being mobile, it became more of a struggle because you have to always keep your eye on him to be sure where he's going to and all that. That's basically it. Then we did exclusive for 6 months. I did exclusive breastfeeding with him for 6 months. It was maybe I don't know why it was easy for me to do the exclusive. Maybe because I don't know, but I felt it was easy. The exclusive was easy for me. And then after 6 months, I started substituting whatever he was eating. I started with milk first. He took milk for about 2 weeks to a month. Was it up to a month? I don't think it was up to a month. I think no, it was not up to a month. It wasn't up to a month. After 6 months that I started giving him milk, and then I started introducing fruits in puree form. I would puree mangoes, I would puree avocado, bananas, and all that, and give him. From there, we graduated to pap. From pap, I started giving him other food in soft forms, and then I started using some baby not formula, but baby winning foods. Yeah, I started introducing some baby winning foods. Up until today, I make his pap myself. Like, I process the pap at home. The pap I'm going to give to him. Maybe one of these days, I'm going to do a vlog on how I make his pap. I process his pap myself. I process his soya beans. Yeah, the soya beans I put into his pap, I process it myself, because I have this thing of I'm always skeptical about the hygiene of all these things. So the ones I know I can do myself, I do it myself. So I process it myself, and then slowly like that, I start introducing other food to him. Right now, he's off any kind of baby food. He's eating the regular food that we eat. Obviously not like we are, not the way we are eating it. Let's say everybody's eating yam. He eats his yam, but it's softer. Do you understand? A different texture. So teaching him has been quite amazing. I noticed that he learns by observation. No matter how much you try to tell him, sing songs for him, teach him ABCD, he's not going to listen to you. It's what he sees you doing, what he sees you saying. That's what he will copy. He's more or less like he's copying everything. So I found out that since he's learning by observation, I have to be very careful what I say around him, what I do around him. Do you understand? Because one day you just be looking, and then I was just looking one day, I watched him, he wanted to go and on the TV. That was like, he was not even up to a year then. He went to on TV. I was like, what's happening? Who taught this boy? So he knows how to observe. He's very good at observing. So he observes what you're doing, and then he wants to come back and do exactly what you're doing. So I think that's it about him. There's nothing much. He's just a year and 5 months. Nothing so different happened. And then he has a strong personality. He has a very strong personality. I think that he took that from his father. He's someone that he always wants to get what he wants all the time. No matter how much he try to persuade him from not taking that thing, even if he doesn't take it immediately, he still come back later in the day and still take that same thing. I've been trying to find a way to go around that character, because he's someone that when he goes somewhere, he has a dominative character. He doesn't know what it means that, oh, this person is older than me or taller than me or bigger than me, I shouldn't pick on the person. When he wants to play, typically he just pokes his eyes on your eyebrow or your eyes, or try to pinch your nose and all that. I know it's him trying to play, but when he does it outside, it looks like this child is a bully, or this child is trying to kill my child or something. So I'm always watching him like a hawk whenever we are outside. I don't think there is any other thing that is much bad. You know, there are some traits children will show, and you know that it's a trait I want in my child, but I know that this trait, if not properly pruned and cut and nipped in the bud and stuff like that, it's going to get out of control. So I'm not trying to stop him from being him. I try to make sure that in being him, he is not also he's not also going with the bad part of the attitude. You know, being Every single character someone has a probability of being good or bad. If you're someone that is very forgiving, you have a very forgiving heart, it's a good thing, but it can also work against you. If you're someone that you have a good attitude of always giving out to people, it's a good thing, but it can also backfire. Do you understand? So every single character and attitude has a chance of backfiring. So I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't go through the path that it will backfire. Honestly, there's no manual to this thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. Like today, I'm not thinking about how will I cope with Chindike tomorrow. No, I don't think about that. I'm only thinking about today. Like right now, he's sleeping now. So the only thing in my mind now is what he's gonna eat this night, what time he's gonna take his night shower, and he's going to sleep. That's the only thing I think about. Tomorrow, we'll start our routine again. Wake up in the morning, take his shower, have his breakfast, run around do afternoon, eat his lunch, run around do evening, eat his lunch, eat his dinner, and takes his shower and sleeps. That's just basically the routine, just nothing much to it. And then it's been a year and 5 months of being his mom. What am I going to say in particular that is different? I don't think, okay, to be very honest, I'm not going to come and start trying to sugarcoat it or tell you, oh, being his mom is the best thing that's ever happened to me and all that. It's good, yes, it is. Right now, it's a good thing. But to be honest, the first few months was the toughest year. In fact, being his mom has been the most challenging year and months of my life just yet. It's been super, super challenging. Initially, I was not enjoying it. I was like, oh, that my career is on hold. Things I'm supposed to be doing by now is on hold. I'm supposed to go and take these classes. I can't do it because of this child and all that. I was crying. I was regretting. I was not even happy. Every day felt like a chore. Until one time, I don't know. I was going through my phone. I was going through his pictures when he was sleeping. He was like, this boy is going very fast too. So one thought now struck to me. I had the random thought then when I was going through the picture, and I was like, all this while when he was small, you missed out on being a happy mom. You are missing out on his development. Every single day you spend not sharing it with him, every single day you spend not being with this boy and being his mom is a day you've lost in the life of this child. So when I realized, I was like, I'm gonna try my best to think of the present. So when I started thinking of the present, another thing I dealt with acceptance. I have to accept that this is my life, this is how it's going to be. So whenever I see a new mom that is struggling, my first advice to the person is take a deep breath and accept that this is now your life. You cannot run away from it. No matter what you do, you are a mother. So it's better to accept than to fight it. So when I was going through my son's pictures, something struck to me that I'm missing out in this boy's life every single time I spend being angry or being distressed about the whole stress and everything that's happening at the moment. So when I had that realization, I had to start telling myself the best thing for me to do is to accept. So when I started accepting that I'm now a mom, being a mom started becoming easy because I started seeing every single thing I'm doing as my responsibility, and this is a labor of love, a labor of joy. So I started doing it that way. I still find means to escape or whatever, or do things for myself to make myself happy, do you get? But then I have to accept that I might not be doing things as fast as others or as efficient as others that don't have such responsibilities. But I know that whatever I want to do, I can still do it. That being a mom doesn't stop me. It can slow me down, but it's not going to stop me. If it can take others that are not moms maybe three years to complete something, it might take me 4 years to complete something, or it might be the same 3 years, but then I have to put in extra effort, and I have to look for a good support system. Because if you're ambitious and you're a mom, you need a strong support system, someone that understands this is who you are and this is how you want to live your life. Luckily for me, my husband understands that, so he tries his best to make things easy for me where he can. Where he can't, because he's human, I have to find a way around it. There are times I feel bad. I really want to do this thing, but then motherhood is getting in the way. I try to tell myself it's not the end of the world. At least you have one thing going for you. You have a child, and there are people praying for it. Yes. Sometimes that is what makes me happy. Sometimes that doesn't even sort the issue out. It makes me much more angry. So, being his mom has been challenging. It has taught me a lot. I learned a lot from him. You can beat him. As I beat him, he's hugging you. So it has taught me how to be free-minded, how to forgive, how not to think about things as outside when it happened. Like if something happens now, how not think about it. Because it's someone that no matter how, even if you beat him now, he's gonna be hugging you. Whatever you do to him, the next time he sees you, he's gonna be smiling and playing with you. I think that's what mostly all kids have, all toddlers I know, that's mostly how they are. They don't carry things in mind. So it's actually teaches me more than I try to teach him. So it's been tasking. So being a new mom, for me, the lessons I learned so far is to take one day at a time. I don't think about tomorrow. Right now he's sleeping. The only thing in my mind is what he's gonna eat this night and him sleeping. That's the only thing on my mind right now. I'm not thinking about what he's gonna eat tomorrow. We have a meal a menu for him. We have a meal menu for him. But the whole point is that if you think about tomorrow, next tomorrow, next tomorrow, whatever, you're gonna break down. So I take one day at a time. I don't think about tomorrow, I don't think about next tomorrow, just one day at a time for me, and then accepting it, and things became easier. I wouldn't say things became easier, but the mental stress of the whole motherhood thing reduced a lot. We are dealing with a lot of physical stress. Adding the mental stress to it is what makes you feel like you're drowning. Like, I'm drowning, I hate this thing, I hate being a mother, postpartum depression, everything can add to it. So accepting my present condition, accepting that I might not be as fast as others in achieving some things, accepting that some opportunities that I used to get before, I might not get them now. Accepting all these things removed a lot of mental burden for me. And while I was accepting these things, I was also finding alternative means for myself. I kept myself busy, So all those things are things that I had to face. So whenever I see a new mom that is struggling, my first advice is take a deep breath. It's not as hard as it seems. It's only hard because you're adding the mental stress of thinking about it. So don't think about it. The second advice is don't think about it. Don't. If you think about it, you're going to drown. So don't think about it. Just do. Don't think, just do. Just live each day as it comes. Don't think about it. Even when you think about it, don't think too much about it. Just do what you have to do every single day and keep surviving. That's the next thing I'm going to advise a new mom that is struggling. And then the third thing should be probably sometimes be selfish. Sometimes be selfish. Yes, it's not selfishness is a vice, but sometimes it's a virtue. Sometimes say today is for me. I'm not going to, not like you shouldn't bother about your child, but that me day simply means, oh, I'm going to go out today. I'm going to have fun today. It's not going to be all about motherhood or all about being at home today or whatever. I'm going to go out. Just try as much as possible to enjoy being a mom, because every day you are sad, you miss being a mom. You miss a day in that child's life, which is the most important thing. You don't want your child to grow up and not have a bond with you or resent you or anything. That will be stressing you out the more, isn't it? So I think that's just basically it. And pray. prayer took me through a lot. There were times I would get angry and I refused to pray, but through it all, I think prayer has done a lot of lifting me up. So, today, I think we are done. I wanted to introduce my son, but I can't waste the vlog. It's very hard to have a full video with him. It's very, very hard. Right now, he's even sleeping. So maybe another time when I see that he's in the mood to cooperate, we'll try this again. Okay guys, that is going to be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, I would like you to please like the video, leave a comment below you can tell me something you feel I didn't talk about or something you feel I should talk about in the next video or anything. I'll listen to you guys. And please subscribe. Please subscribe. You can also share this video with your mom, friends, anyone you feel that can benefit from this in any way. Until I come your way again, it's your girl Bunwa Ozoibu. Happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter. The Lord is risen. The Lord has arose. The Lord is rise. The Lord is anyone that you are speaking. Jesus has arisen, arise, arose, raised from the dead. Bye guys.